Hey everyone! Today, we have a dedicated audience, crew member Changsu, joining us on our adventure. Changsu pointed to himself, making it very clear, but then the grumpy bosun's voice interrupted everything. The bosun marched in, yanked on Kingji's hair, abruptly interrupted her spell, and booted her out to talk about her bad temper. Young Wu Wai might not get it, but the older bosun still has some respect for certain things, so everyone survived the night without a hitch. Just as dawn broke, a ship cruised by. To keep the deck's secret agents undercover, the bosun quickly gathered everyone to help. Everyone was shoved into the cramped, dark fishing compartment, smelling like a giant stinky fish. Yuck. Doncha tried to grab Hommi's wrist to hide in the cabin, but she, being the modest lady she is, promptly declined. Thankfully, that ship was just passing by, and everyone didn't have to stay in the fishing compartment too long, but when the hatch opened, everyone covered their noses, looking utterly miserable. Especially Honmei, who just turned down Dongzhai's help. She looked ready to hurl. Dongzhai was worried. Seeing Honmei struggling like this, he quickly pushed her into the cabin. She wanted to refuse, but Dongzhai was firm, and thinking of the foul stench in the fishing compartment, Honmei finally relented. But as soon as they got into the cabin, Dongzhai came in with a blanket, leaving Honmei confused, thinking he was up to no good. Seeing Dongzhai's flustered explanation, she didn't realize he just wanted her to warm up, and eventually dropped her guard. Dongzhai's life-saving intervention and his attentive care made Honmei unknowingly develop some feelings for him. Their relationship was heating up, but outside the cabin, a storm was brewing, and things were about to get tense. Long Hainan was having none of it, declaring the fishing compartment was no place for humans and starting to rally the troops. She insisted they paid good money to get on board and deserve better treatment, or they should be sent back ASAP. The other travelers quickly chimed in, and just as the situation was about to spiral out of control, Lao Jiang sprang into action. He knocked Long Hainan to the ground and started swinging his stick, scaring everyone into submission. Lao Jiang angrily ordered all travelers back into the fishing compartment. No one was allowed up. That unexpected decision, combined with the lack of updates, led to nearly everyone on board meeting a sad fate. The fishing boat drifted aimlessly for 2 days, inevitably catching the attention of a patrol boat. Upon realizing this, Lao Jiang hurried to cover up the fishing compartment, but maybe it was too late. To his surprise, the familiar patrolman glanced at the cabin and just sat down for a break. Instantly, the crew became tense, but Lao Jiang was quick on his feet, sending Dongzhai to fetch drinks and sashimi. As he raised a toast, he casually slid some cash in front of the patrolman, raising some serious eyebrows. Just then, strange noises came from the fishing compartment, leading the patrolman to perk up immediately. He knew something was off down below, and that amount of cash wouldn't cut it. Lao Jiang tried to play dumb, but the patrolman stood up demanding to check the fishing compartment. Talk about poking a hornet's nest. Seeing the patrolman's rising agitation, Lao Jiang felt 100 times unwilling, casually grabbing a hook. Knowing Lao Jiang meant business, the patrolman tried to play it cool, saying he was just joking. He grabbed the cash and hurried away, with everyone letting out a sigh of relief as the patrol boat drifted off. But when Dongzhai lifted the hatch in the cabin, intending to get some fresh air, unexpectedly, everyone was left utterly in shock. He discovered everyone had lost their breath, likely due to a radiator explosion leading to gas leaks in the fishing compartment. When Lao Jiang heard the news, he ordered everyone to leave immediately with a stone-cold face. He pulled the ladder back and without hesitation covered the fish compartment, showing a complete indifference. He sat on top of the hatch all day until it got dark, slowly hatching some important decisions. He ultimately decided to open the hatch to let the gas out first, then drag the bodies up to the deck. While everyone had no idea what Lao Jiang was up to, they had no choice but to comply. They struggled to drag the bodies up to the deck, creating a scene that was unbelievably shocking. Next, they burned all the dead people's wallets and photos, leaving no traces behind. Without giving anyone present a moment to react, Lao Jiang abruptly picked up a sharp axe, firmly determined to create a unique art project. Each person grabbed a knife to start butchering an eerie scene resembling hell itself. Changsu suddenly noticed a woman's body was missing. As she said this, Dongzhai quickly interrupted her. As they were busy, Honmei was hiding in a corner, witnessing the whole thing in pure terror. She trembled involuntarily, desperately trying to stifle her voice, nearly stumbling her way back to the cabin. Witnessing the scene, everyone realized butchery wasn't easy, and tension filled the air as it became even heavier. Uncle Hu wandered alone while cleaning the deck's blood, murmuring to himself. Clearly, he was becoming unhinged. While Changsu was handling the tools, she accidentally heard noises from the cabin and curiously walked in. Honmei peeked while covering her mouth, only 2 meters away from Changsu, about to get caught, but thankfully Dongjie arrived in time.